Okay, so we're now going to dive into this with AI and education in combination. This is a big and complex thing. AI is huge, according to me and many others. And education is really, really complex and big as well. And when you combine this, it's kind of difficult to make sense of it. What will happen? How does AI affect education? And the other way around. And after spending a lot of time with this, I've found 4 ways that AI affects education. And I want to present them in this video. So we have first AI as a learning tool, something that you use with students or students use themselves to learn better, complementing textbooks and stuff. Second one is AI as a tool for administrative tasks for teachers, for work they do outside the actual teaching, like using Excel and using a chatbot. Third one is AI as content in education, learning students about AI, teaching them about AI, and raising their AI competence. And then the fourth aspect is system level effects on education, that AI actually changes how education works, or changes education's role in society, or changes society itself in a way that affects education. All right, we're going to have a quick look at each of these 4 aspects, and then actually more or less all the videos in graspable.ai deal with these aspects in one way or another. So it's well, this is just a quick overview. Number 1, AI as a learning tool. Well, when we teach and use different methods in teaching, it should be based on science or good evidence, research and good evidence saying that this is a good way of teaching kids stuff. And we don't have that much research on using AI in education yet. Most of the research points towards good effects using AI in education, some of them really good effects. But there are also some studies showing that AI may harm learning, which is not surprising. I mean, when it comes to such a flexible tool as AI, it comes down to how you use it, of course, not only if you use it or not. And I would like to summarize the main thoughts like this. The greatest risk of reduced learning or harming learning is because we use AI to as a cognitive offload, and learning requires thinking and effort, and if we use AI to think for us, then we will learn less. The greatest opportunity, on the other hand, is using AI for personalized learning, and that is something that is growing, and we're still, well, right now I would say we can use AI if we keep our head on and use our sound judgment, and think that AI would probably be a good thing in this situation. By all means, try it out. There is no need to prohibit AI use in classrooms, but also no need to say that everyone should be using it. Something to keep in mind is that school policies is one thing, and what students do is another thing. We can kind of decide what kids do in school, but outside school we can be sure that a lot of kids, a lot of students are using AI as a learning tool, and that is also a part of this aspect. Number 2, AI for administrative tasks is also, well, this is, I think, the least controversial aspect of AI in education. Teachers are trusted with taking care of kids, and then we should probably trust them with using different types of software, AI included. One aspect that one risk that you should be aware of is how you share sensitive information. But I mean, that is the same thing when you write an email. So if you're comfortable using web services for administrative tasks, you should probably be able to use AI as well. And tools you use in your work should be assessed based on how useful they are. If they save time, if they improve the quality of your work, if they improve your work situation in some way, then they're good. If not, then they're not good. But there's one extra thing when it comes to AI, and that is if you use AI yourself, then you will become better at understanding what AI is, what it can be used for, and how your students could be using it, or what they should learn about AI. And that is a good thing. And that is the third aspect. AI as content in education, that students should learn about AI, they should have AI competence. And I would say that this is a big area, and this is important and urgent. Kids and adults have been living in a world with advanced AI for at least 2 years now, and we can't wait another 2 years before we start teaching them about what this is, helping them understand this technology, how to relate to it, what risks are present, how it can be used, and so on. And AI competence is a part of, I would say, most, if not all, school subjects, and basically all ages as well. From like 3 or 4 years old, I think there's useful AI competence that schools and preschools should provide for students, or help students build. And many of these competences don't require that you have computers or AI tools present. A lot of things you can do by just talking, experimenting, reading books, and things like that. All right. The fourth aspect, which is also a really big and important one, is the system level effects on education. AI is improving rapidly, and it's also being adopted rapidly. It took just a few weeks from ChatGPT being launched to the practice of home assignments being disrupted because students could cheat easily using chatbots. And this is a small way of how AI changes educational practices. And I would say that there are much bigger effects that we have to expect in the future, and we might be able to see some of them already today, but we'll go deeper into this in other videos. Some of the changes will be directly, like this cheating on home assignments. Some of them, I would say the most important ones, will probably be indirectly. When society changes, when schools and education systems need to follow along to stay relevant. If demands from the job market changes, then schools need to follow along, for example. And a major challenge, I would say the biggest challenge here, is that AI is is advancing so quickly. In just a few years, since ChatGPT was launched, we've seen AI going from writing credible essays that looks good on the surface, but it contains a lot of errors, to being able to basically write research reports. And school systems, on the other hand, are changing slowly, and this is a major challenge. So, to sum things up, we have AI as a learning tool. I would say there's no rush in starting to use them as a learning tool. Look at what research says and follow along. Number 2, AI as an administrative tool. Again, no rush. It can be, the best thing with this is you might save time, I think you will, but you will also build your own AI competence, and that is a good thing. But this is not important in and of itself. Learning students about AI, on the other hand, is urgent and is a big thing, and schools should act on this right now. And fourth, AI at the system level effects, is also urgent. At a political level, we need action right away, and foresight to look at how education might be affected by AI. Otherwise, we'll act too late. All right, a lot of information to take in. We'll dig deeper into each of these categories in all the videos in Graspable AI. Now, time for an exercise. I want you to discuss with a colleague a few different questions, or you can just dig into one of these. Number 1 is this: teaching students about AI is urgent. Is this true? Do you agree? In what way is this important? What way is it not urgent? Number 2, AI competence in your subjects or the ages of students you have. What could that mean for you? And number 3, what aspects of AI and education are not covered by these 4 aspects that I presented here? If you find anything, I will gladly read about it in comments, or just email me in some way. And if you don't have a colleague nearby to discuss this with, use a chatbot instead. You can use whichever one you have nearby, or use the one I link to here. All right. Thank you for watching. See you in another video.